Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in this video we'll be talking about lightning flows in Salesforce. Okay, so first of all, we need to know that what are lightning flows. Okay, so lightning flows are the powerful automation tools in Salesforce that allow you to create guided processes for users, making complex tasks simpler and more efficient. So basically it automates business processes and it automates some uh, you know decision making processes for you. Okay, now there are certain types of flows that are there. So let's look at them very quickly. So usually there are, when you go to the Salesforce and you create a new flow, although there are many options available, but the core types of sales flows are these. And among these also, record triggered flows and screen flows are the ones that you're going to be using the most. So first of all, let's understand each of these one by one. First comes record triggered flows. So these flows in Salesforce are the automation processes that start when specific changes or event occurs on records. So essentially when a Salesforce record, whether it is being created, updated or deleted, this flow kind of performs some actions or executes some tasks for you. Okay, that whatever conditions that you write, it's going to execute them. So these flows are initiated by the system as a response to data changes. As I said, whenever there is a change in the data, whether the record is being created, it is being updated or deleted, this flow fires and some actions are performed related to those. Okay, next comes screen flows. So screen flows in Salesforce are dynamic and interactive sequences of screen that engage users by presenting information, input fields, choices and decisions, guiding them through a defined process. So it's going to allow users to see what is happening in front of them. They are going to be taken step by step through the process. Okay, now you have to fill these, and when you fill these, this is going to happen. All of that is determined in screen flows. Next are scheduled flows. So scheduled flows in Salesforce are automation processes that are triggered at a specific intervals of times defined by users. These flows allow users to automate actions, perform tasks, or initiate processes on a scheduled basis without manual intervention. Suppose as a company you need to find out that how many hours did each employee work. So what you are going to do is you're going to create a scheduled flow that is going to run every day in the morning, which is going to calculate the numbers of hours logged by a employee in his Salesforce account, in his Salesforce org. Okay, and it's going to calculate the number of hours, and according to that the salary or the incentive will be calculated. So this can be done. Okay, next is platform event triggered flows in Salesforce, or these are the automation processes that are initiated by platform events. These flows enable users to respond to real-time events occurring within Salesforce platform or external systems integrated with Salesforce. Now, one example of this could be that suppose an order comes in. Okay, now the details of the order, where it should be dispatched, okay, and at which facility it should be stored intermediately. All these things are calculated and are sort of put into the system with these kind of flows. One other is that whenever you call some customer care, and your ticket raises, and this kind of flows, whenever your ticket raises, it's going to assign a sort of customer support executive to your query. Okay, so these kind of processes that can be done with platform event triggered flows. Okay, now let's look at how this looks in our Salesforce system. Okay, I'm gonna head over to Chrome. Now what you have to do is, once you have logged in into your org, you have to go to setup. I'm already at setup, but if you don't know, then you can go to setup from by clicking this here. And once you are in setup, just click on flows here. Now let's click on new flow. Now this is our flow builder. Here we are going to create our flows. Okay, now let's quickly take a tour of this flow builder. Okay, as I said, it is asking me which type of flow I would like to create. There is record triggered flow, there is screen flow, there is schedule triggered flow, platform event triggered flow, and all sorts of flows. You can read their descriptions, they are very good. They're very easy to understand. Okay, and here are some of the other, with the templates. You can, there is already template built, like the basic functionality is already done, and you can create your custom logic on top of that. So here are some templates, you can choose from them, and I would request you to please spend some time reading these. What are these for? I'm not going to explain each and every one of them, it's going to take a lot of time. Okay, so let's just skip that, and for now let's just select a record trigger flow. Okay, now here it is. So as I said, that these type of record trigger flow is related to a change in data. So it's gonna say, okay, you have which object you have to target, in which object data, if the data in this object changes, I'm gonna run this flow. So if I say account, okay, so whenever an account is created, here it asks that when you have to trigger the flow, when it is created, when it is updated, when it is created or updated both, or when it is deleted. So these are these, and we are going to learn about these in detail when we cover, like specifically cover record triggered flows. Okay, here are some of the resources that you want to create. Okay, we are going to also talk about them, we are also going to use them while creating some flows. But the core components that we need to know are these. So these orange ones, as you can see, these are the logic elements. You have, if you can assign a variable, a value to a variable, a decision, if else, it is equivalent to if else. Loop, as you know, we are known to for loops, while loops. Okay, this transform, you can change the data in a way you like. Okay, collection sort, collection filter. Okay, these are the logic elements. You have to apply some logic to data, you have to sort of create something or find something out of data. You can use these pink ones. Okay, so these pink ones are usually for DML. Like these create records is going to actually affect the database. These going to actually create records in the database. These are the update records. Okay, get records, delete records. Now these get records is equivalent to your SQL query. Okay, if you don't know what SQL query is, it's an sort of Salesforce equivalent, Salesforce query language. Okay, SQL equivalent for Salesforce, you can say that. And these are some other interactive elements. We are going to learn about them, as I said, when we get deep into these video series about flows. There is the save button, the save as button. Run is like you have to run it locally. Okay, we're going to do that. Now this activate. Now suppose you have created your flow completely, but you forgot to activate it, then the flow will not work. Okay, you have to activate it after saving it. So just keep a reminder of that. Okay, so yes, this is all about flow builder. Okay, and just let's go through this new resource part. Now as you can see, we can create when we are writing a code, we create these variables in the code that are used for sort of applying our logic. There you can create those variables, those constant formulas and everything. Now as I said earlier, we are going to get into these when we solve some like questions or some situations, some case. Then we're gonna get into these one by one. Well, until then, this is all for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.